I'm Dan Desrochers, Director of Marketing at the Community Blood Bank of Northwest Pennsylvania and Western New York, and we have a lot of things going on, and I'm going to tell you why your help is so important, not just to the Community Blood Bank, to local patients in hospitals in our area. The Community Blood Bank has been around since 1966, supplying the hospitals in Erie County. Basically, before that time, a lot of hospitals had a blood bank in their waiting room. We'll talk to some of our older donors that'll remember being at the hospital, and somebody will come down and say, "What's your blood type? How are you feeling?" and get them to draw right then and transfuse it that day into a patient. Now things are much different. The Community Blood Bank is one of 72 blood banks in the United States that makes up what's called America's Blood Centers. We make up about 53% of the entire nation's blood supply. The American Red Cross makes up about 42% of the nation's blood supply, and then the rest are independent and local hospitals still having their own blood banks. And we're regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. So whenever you hear about, oh, we can't take you because of a tattoo or piercing or some travel restriction, that's not our doing. That is a national standard that is set by the federal government. And that's actually one of the reasons why we need your help. Last year at the Community Blood Bank in 2011, more than 10,800 different patients got blood from the Community Blood Bank. That's about 43,000 units of blood and blood products. And that makes us one of the smallest blood banks in the entire country. Every day, about 43,000 Americans give blood, and that helps out needy patients. So we look for about 800 donors each and every week to make up for a safe blood supply, so when somebody's rushed to the hospital in a car accident or needs emergency surgery or all kinds of maintenance things, cancer patients use a tremendous amount of our blood. A lot of people need blood, and it's our job to make sure that that blood supply is there. And we've been struggling. This is a problem that is facing blood banks like ours, and it's kind of twofold. One is that blood use in our area has doubled in the past 20 years. Basically what's happening is people are living longer. Medical technologies are improving, and a lot of times, you know, you're getting people trying aggressive therapies for various ailments, and they end up needing blood, which is a good thing for patients. It helps them make it through their progress, but the problem is they need blood to do that. So in Erie County, the population has actually gone down a little bit in that time period, yet we're using twice as much blood. Now, the other problem is that we are regulated, as I said, by the Food and Drug Administration, and 10 years ago, about 60% of the adult population was eligible to give blood. Now that number's down to 37%. So we've lost a third of available donors during the past 10 years at a time when blood use is actually going up. Now basically what's happening is people are being deferred. Tattoos are a lot more popular. Piercings are a lot more popular. There's more foreign travel that restricts people from giving blood, mostly due to people going to areas with malaria. But there are some other restrictions as well. And as the population ages, we have a lot of our donors who then end up becoming recipients. So we struggle constantly to get enough people into the Community Blood Bank and donate blood. Now, if you've ever donated blood in your life, and the reason I say it like that is so many people donate blood when they're young, in high school and college. It's very easy. We have a lot of blood drives at these places. And then we don't see you again for 10, 20, or 30 years, however long it has been since you've given blood. That despite all the changes in technology, giving blood fundamentally is the same process that it has been for decades. You answer a series of questions on a medical questionnaire. We take you into a private screening booth. You get your blood pressure, temperature, and pulse taken. It's kind of a mini physical. We're going to take a drop of blood from your finger. Make sure you're not anemic, that you have enough iron in your blood. And after that process is done, we're going to put you in a recliner, and you're going to actually donate blood. Now, I hear all the time, I'm afraid of needles, or it's going to hurt. It hurts a little bit. It's just a pinch. But when you think that a pinch can help save somebody's life, it is the best return on your time that there is for saving a life. So we're going to put a needle in your arm. We're going to draw a pint of blood. That's about the same as in a bottle of Coke. And then after that, you're going to have something to eat, something to drink. We're going to make sure you're feeling okay, and you're on your way. And for most of our donors, our blood drives, it's between 30 and 45 minutes. When you donate here at the Community Blood Bank at 26th and Peach in Erie, It's much faster. We don't need appointments. You just come on in, bring your photo ID. That's one of these requirements the FDA has put on us. So you got to bring photo ID and come in and give blood. And one of the best parts about it is how good you feel about giving blood after you've done it, because so many people's lives are helped and you know you've done your part. So it's a really terrific thing when people give blood. But I tell people that if you can't give blood, if you're deferred because you have a new tattoo, or you've been to one of these places, or you've been sick, we've had a lot of problems with the flu this year. You know, if you can't donate, you know somebody who can. So I say donate by proxy, get somebody else to come down there. Maybe you're just a little afraid, or maybe you're even too lazy to do it. It doesn't matter. If one person in your household donates blood once a year, you have done more than your share, because it works out only about one person in every 8 households is a regular blood donor. So we want you to come down to the community blood bank and give blood. Now you can find out more information if you're interested in giving blood, want to find a blood drive or a little bit more about us. We have a terrific new website that we have put together as part of a program called Follow Your Heart, where we're talking about stories and the reason why blood donation is important, not just about the great promotions that we do with area businesses. And this website is ourdonorsavelives.org. You can go there, get the information on giving blood, and we have a terrific new database that you enter in your zip code, and it will tell you the nearest blood drive by miles and also by distance. So it's really convenient and easy for you. We're trying to do what we can to make sure that you can find a convenient way to donate blood, because actually, of everybody we talk to, the single biggest problem with people not giving blood is not that they don't want to help, but that it's not convenient enough for them in their busy life. Now, unfortunately, with many nonprofits and great organizations, they take donations, and the community blood bank generally doesn't. We're interested in your blood, not your money. But until they find a way to donate blood over the internet, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. But you can find a blood drive, again, at our website at ourdonorsavelives.org. You know, my wife's life was saved by people that I will never meet, because she almost bled to death 9 or 10 years ago. She was rushed to the hospital. She had a bleeding ulcer in the stomach. I've never seen anybody so white. Scared me to death. And, you know, my children have a mother because of a blood donor that I'll never meet. And this kind of thing happens every day in Northwest Pennsylvania and Western New York. People's lives are saved by other people they don't know. And that's how it works. And so if you're able and physically healthy enough to give blood, you've got a gift. And we ask that you come to the community blood bank, one of our blood drives, and donate blood, because it really does make a difference.